everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucy and in today's video I'm coming back with an autumn book haul. It is currently a Friday evening, the night is drawing in, it's very cold outside and I'm feeling so cozy. I've got my pumpkin candle burning behind me very precariously, so I'm keeping an eye on that, you know, it's like very close to all the books. But do cozy up, make yourself a warm drink, a warm beverage, or something stronger if you want that as well. And settle in with me as I tell you about all the books I've been collecting over the autumn period. So this year I've really been doing seasonal book hauls because I find that my book buying is slowing down, which my bank account is very happy about. But I also like the seasonality of these book hauls. Like once a quarter, I'll come at you with the books that I've been kind of acquiring. And it's quite nice because I think that they all have a certain theme to them. You all know that I'm a huge fantasy romantasy reader anyway, but I think this haul is very cozy and features lots of books that I'm really excited to read this autumn. So these are in no particular order, I'm literally just plucking them off my shelf. So the first book I want to show you guys, I don't know if it's still available, but I wanted to talk to you about it because I'm really excited to get around to reading it. There is kind of an organisation called the Pound Project, which I think is kind of like an Unbound, like Kickstarter type publishing model, where basically it responds to demand. So Emma Gannon, who is a journalist I absolutely love, she has a really great Substack, she's an author. She is someone who I actually interviewed on my channel like in 2015 or something. Basically, I've been a fan of Emma's since way back when. And Emma recently came out with a new collection of writing called A Year of Nothing. And there is a summer autumn one and there's a winter spring one as well. And it also came with these like gorgeous little postcards. Hopefully you can see those okay. But honestly, yeah, this was gorgeous. So this is a collection of writing, of musings, that's really broken up seasonally over the past year, where Emma basically did nothing. She didn't have any social plans. She didn't overbook herself with work. She just focused on doing less. And that's what this little Pound Project collection, A Year of Nothing, is. All about slowing down, about doing nothing. And I don't know why, but that really appeals to me. And I think it's something that, especially as I'm thinking ahead to 2025, I really want to start thinking about the idea of just slowing down, of not putting, you know, New Year's resolutions and goals and all of that. I just want to kind of find stillness again. And I know that sounds really a bit lame, but there's something very appealing about this. So I'm really excited to read A Year of Nothing and kind of absorb Emma's insights on that year that she spent just doing nothing. So there you go, guys. I bought this online and I'm very, very excited to read it. Okay, so the next book I bought recently is a sequel, and it's a sequel to a book I absolutely adored when I read last year. And this book is Sunbringer by Hannah Kaner. This is the sequel to Godkiller, which is a fantasy book series all about somebody called Kissin, who is a god killer. She goes around hunting gods. It is a world where the gods no longer rule. So basically this world, gods used to kind of really cause destruction and were lording over the humans of that world. And since there had been kind of a rebellion where gods have really fallen out of favor, it's actually illegal to worship the gods. And Kissin goes around destroying any shrines or anything that could see a god come back and gain power again. So I'm not going to talk to you really about what Sunbringer is about because this of course is the sequel to the first book. I really enjoyed the first book. I thought it was short but powerful, and I really adored the cast of characters. There's Kissin, Elagast, and Inara, and I just love the kind of like found family aspect of this as well. There's something like, so this is a really fun book series. I haven't yet read Sunbringer, but I'm dying to read it very, very soon. So the next book I received as part of my Fairy Loot Romantasy book only box, and this is The Wren and the Holly Library. So first off, I'm sorry, but how stunning is this book? And let me show you guys the inside. So these beautiful end pages, and inside of the dust jacket as well is just as beautiful. So I love Fairy Loot's kind of romantasy box at the minute. It's just like turning out some really good romantasies. So this book came with the box in the July box. And let me read you what it's about. It's described as a dark and romantic fantasy that follows a thief who gets more than what she bargained for after unknowingly breaking into a monster's house. Charming and alluring, she is now locked into his service as they undertake the heist of a lifetime. So that sounds super fun. I love that it's a heist novel as well. And of course, this is romantasy. There is gonna be romance, and I'm hoping that it's of the steamier kind. This just sounds really cozy, especially the library vibe. So I'm hoping it's going to be the perfect book to read this autumn. Do let me know if you've read this, and if you're subscribed to Fairy Loot's romantasy box, let me know down in the comments. Okay guys, so I'm quite behind the times here, but I finally picked up When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. This book has really been taking the romantasy world by storm. What can I say? Like, this has been everywhere this year. I would say this book has probably been last year's Fourth Wing. Like, this was just everywhere. And I'm really, really excited to read this one. It sounds a little bit confusing, and this is what I have heard about this book. A lot of the negative reviews have kind of been highlighting that it is just very confusing and a bit convoluted. But I'm intrigued to see what this is like myself, and just to see how I find it. So this book follows Rave, or Reeve. Her job is to complete orders. She's an assassin for the rebellion. Her job is to never get caught. But when a rival bounty hunter shatters her world, Reeve finds herself captured by the Guild of Nobles, a group of powerful fae. Of course there's fae, guys. It's a romantasy book. There has to be fae. Crushed by the loss of his great love, dragon rider Khan Vagor took the head of a king and donned his melted crown. Now on a tireless quest to quell the never-ebbing ache in his chest, Clue lures him into the capital's high-security prison, where he stumbles upon the imprisoned Reeve. Together they seek truths that threaten to unravel everything they know about their world and each other. So it's described as a world filled with magic, dragons, and a love that blazes through the ages. I mean, that does sound great. That does sound great. The only thing that's not great so far about this book is how big it is. So yeah, I'm not excited about that. This is a 541 page romantasy book. So if you're new to my channel, you might not know, but I just really don't love like a book over 400, 500 pages. I just lose concentration very, very quickly unless it's gonna hook me in. So that does put me off a teeny bit. But let me know if you've read When the Moon Hatched and what you thought about it down in the comments below. Another book I received in a Fairy Loot romantasy book subscription box was The Half King, and this is by Melissa Landers. So again, another stunning book. Oh, this comes with a lovely little print. I love that, very, very cute. It also comes with these gorgeous end papers, which are really, really cute. And this is without the dust jacket as well. Absolutely stunning, I must say. Yeah, whoever is producing these books at Fairy Loot and at the publishers are just doing a great job. They are doing a great job. So The Half King was the September book of the month, and this book is set in a realm where destiny is bound to birth order. So Cerise, a second-born daughter and failed oracle, is given a chance to serve the cursed Half King. As she uncovers her hidden powers and forbidden origins, Cerise must navigate dangerous secrets to save the kingdom and the man she grows to love before his impending doom. That sounds great. I'm really, really excited about this one. And I have seen some good reviews of this. I am intrigued to see how this one goes. Okay, so the next book I picked up because Waterstones were having a double points day, and I was like, I need to get some books, and also the double points, always a bonus. So I picked up the paperback of Tress of the Emerald Sea, and this is by Brandon Sanderson. So this is one of Brandon Sanderson's books that he first put up on Kickstarter, I believe. It's one of his like Kickstarter projects, but this is described as cozy fantasy. And I feel like cozy fantasy is so great for autumn, so I really wanted to pick this up ahead of the season so I could read it during this time of year. So this is set in his Cosmo universe. If you're not familiar with that, that is kind of Brandon Sanderson's like universe that his books are often set in. And it's described as a rollicking, riveting standalone tale that will appeal to fans of The Princess Bride. The only life Tress has known on her island home in an emerald green ocean has been a simple one. With the simple pleasures of collecting cups brought by sailors from faraway lands and listening to stories told by her friend Charlie. But when Charlie's father takes him on a voyage to find a bride and disaster strikes, Tress must stow away on a ship and seek the sorceress of the deadly Midnight Sea. Amid the sport oceans where pirates abound, can Tress leave her simple life behind and make her own place sailing a sea where a single drop of water can mean instant death? That sounds so great. I'm very, very excited about how cozy this is going to be. It seems just lovely. It seems like very fairy tale vibes, and that's perfect for autumn in my book. Another book that's perfect for autumn has to be Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. Now, I am a huge fan of Lucy's videos here on YouTube. She is just a really cozy creator and I adore her videos. So when I received a proof copy from Pan Macmillan of her debut cozy autumn fantasy novel, you bet I was excited. So this is described as having found family, slow burn romance, and an uplifting message about self-love. It's a cozy autumnal fantasy that will leave readers spellbound. So it follows Belladonna Blackthorn, who has lost her magic. She works at a bookshop, which I think we can all agree is like the perfect thing ever, all while concealing her witchcraft from those around her. But when her 30th birthday brings a summons from her coven and a trial that tests her worthiness as a witch, she risks losing her magic forever. She'll need all the help she can get from the women in her life, from an unlikely mentor figure, and even from an infuriating watchman who's sworn to protect her. So this has kind of been described as like Gilmore Girls meets like practical magic. I am so excited to cozy up and read this, and I have heard amazing things. So do let me know if you've already read Rewitched and what you thought about it as well. Now, the next book is a little bit random. I picked it up at a charity shop and I was in the mood of finding like a cozy Regency romance, and I found this one by Mary Ballow. Now, I've read Mary Ballow's books before. I can't remember which ones I've read. One of her most popular series, it's escaping me now. But Mary Ballow is an author of Regency and historical romance. So this book is called Longing, and let me just describe to you what it's about. So Sian is the illegitimate daughter of an English lord, and she abandoned her heritage to live in a stalwart coal mining community in South Wales. Powered by their cause, she's engaged to be married to the leader of a revolutionary movement that's bracing itself against the tyranny of English mine owners. But her principles are shaken when she accepts a job as governess under Alexander Hyatt, a mysterious Marquis of Crail, the oppressive symbol of everything she's come to resist. So this is giving me like North and South vibes, and especially set in a mining town. This is kind of like a romance version of the romantasy I'm kind of writing right now, which is a bit strange. So I think maybe that's why subconsciously I picked this up. This sounds so good. It does give me, as I mentioned, North and South vibes, that kind of whole like industrial town, but then there's also a class divide as well. I find that super interesting, and the recipe for a great historical romance. Yeah, I think this might be it. So I really do have high hopes for this, and I will let you guys know my thoughts if you're interested in hearing how Longing delivers. The next book I also picked up at Waterstones for their double stamps weekend, their double plus stamps, and this is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. So I heard about this book like a year or two ago when it first came out, and everyone was really raving about it. But of course, me being me, I was late to the party, and I was like, if it's good, I will pick it up further down the line. And yeah, I just saw this and I was like, I have to pick this up. I've seen this in too many places and everyone seems to really love this series. So this is a fantasy, kind of a gothic fantasy. And this follows Elspeth, who needs a monster to basically stay safe in her town. She calls this monster the Nightmare, which is an ancient mercurial spirit, and it's trapped in her head. The Nightmare protects her, he keeps her secrets. Nothing comes for free, especially magic. So when she meets a suspicious highwayman on the road, she is thrust into a world of shadow and deception, and her and the highwayman embark on a dangerous quest to cure the town of Blunder from the dark magic infesting it. And as their attraction to each other intensifies, Elspeth is forced to face her darkest secret yet. The Nightmare, aka this monster in her head, is slowly, darkly taking over her mind, and she might not be able to stop him. So this sounds incredible. It sounds so dark, so gothic, and a perfect read for autumn. So I'm so excited to read all of these books this autumn. One of the last books I picked up, and it is of course Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. This I don't feel needs an introduction. This is the latest Sally Rooney book, and Sally Rooney obviously is a literary writer. She is one of the most popular writers on the planet right now, I feel. She's the author of Normal People, Beautiful World, Where Are You?, Conversations with Friends, and this is her latest book, Intermezzo. I think this actually follows two brothers, so it focuses on the male protagonists, which is quite unusual for a Sally Rooney book. Usually it's women who are the narrators, are the protagonists, they're at the heart of the story. And one of them is a professional chess player. He's always been like socially awkward, a bit of a loner, and his brother is the antithesis of him. So Peter is a Dublin lawyer, he's successful, he's competent. Both brothers have lost their dad, and they're kind of dealing with this in very different ways. So they each have their different relationships, they're kind of, you know, it is a Sally Rooney book after all. There is probably going to be a lot of toxic loves and, you know, intricate relationship dynamics, as I would come to expect from a Sally Rooney book. So I'm really excited to read this. Do let me know what you thought of Intermezzo down in the comments below if you've read this and if you picked it up. I would love to know your thoughts. And finally, we do have a book that I'm so excited about. This is a Regency graphic novel called I Shall Never Fall in Love by Harry Connor. So this was kindly sent to me from the publishers. This was published by Simon & Schuster, and honestly, I'm so excited about this. I'm kind of planning on just binge reading this in a weekend. The artwork looks so gorgeous as well. Let me just show you some of the artwork here. Yeah, really cute. And it's set in 1818. Three friends are coming of age, but it's not coming to plan. To be a perfect lady, you have to fall in love with a man. So why is Eleanor finding that so hard? Her cousin Charlotte should be looking for a practical match, not following her heart. And her best friend George is supposed to have grown out of wearing men's clothes. And they're definitely not supposed to like Eleanor like that. So this is a fun, queer, I think, Regency romance as well. It is a graphic novel, and honestly, this just sounds so lovely. I'm really excited. I need something to give me that Regency romance kick, as I mentioned in the book Longing that I hauled today as well. So I'm really excited about this. I think if you're a Jane Austen fan, then look no further if you'd like a fun graphic novel to hit that Jane Austen spot as well. So guys, that is it for my very cozy autumn book haul. I hope you found some books here that you might want to pick up yourself. All links will be listed in the description bar below if you'd like to quickly just click on there and grab one of the books if you do like the sound of anything in this video today. Huge thanks to the publishers who have sent me any of the books today, and thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate all of your love and support, and I will see you very soon in my next video, guys. Bye!